Morning, everybody. This is starting to finish my video last night. Ended up getting in my car and realizing that I left my camera on when I got out of my car to go into work, so it was dead when I got in the car. So I figured I'd tell you guys a little bit about last night. Let me say this, the whole pandemic, all this stuff going around, slowly places opening. Florida and Texas now have, I think, are gonna close themselves back down again. So let me say this: when you go to a restaurant, understand something. Restaurants are doing what they can at this point. All right, they have their own rules, they have their own policies. They're all trying to, yes, our state regulations, but also some companies are doing their own thing because they want to protect their employees. And a lot of places are understaffed. They don't have as many people as they really need to be running the business, because fortunately there's a big increase in business because people are doing to-go orders now, and to-go orders for a lot of restaurants have gone up, and then still they're packing people in. Now, with that being said, understand something, folks. These servers, these kitchen people, all are doing the best they can. When you go into a restaurant, let me say this: I've never gone into a restaurant ever in my life and gotten bad service, and I've not at least tipped them at least $5 at least, or at least something, at least 10% at least, like 8 to 10%. Why you would ever go out to a restaurant and not tip someone is beyond my comprehension. Why, when you're a party of 5 or 6 and your bill is probably good $90, $100, you don't at least leave the person a 10% tip, which would be $10. Or if you really don't like it that much, at least leave them the $5 at least. I mean, if you seriously cannot afford to leave someone $5, no matter how horrible of a server they were, no matter how horrible of service you had, understand something: these people live off this. They live off this money, guys. You being a tightwad or being a bad word, sorry, this just frustrates me. This happened to one of my servers tonight. Today, actually, I should say. Or I shouldn't say today, yesterday. God. She had a table of 5 or 6. She was doing the best she could. She was unfortunately the only person on besides a girl she was training, and she was trying to, make sure the trainee is doing all the stuff and doing all the other stuff she needed to do. Didn't really give them the bad service, but they just were very demanding, and she was just trying to keep up with them. I think their bill was about $900. They left her zero. Are you kidding me? This girl is killing herself trying to make a living and be able to pay her rent, pay her car, pay everything else that we all have to do, and you're gonna leave her 0. Really? You couldn't leave her for $5. A shame on you that you can't leave someone at least $5. Listen to me. If you can't leave someone $5 on no matter how bad their service is to you, then guess what? Why don't you just stay home, make yourself dinner, and then you can be nasty to yourself instead of being nasty to these people who are trying their hardest to service you. During a pandemic, which there's rules that have changed, there's certain things they have to follow. They have to wash their hands more, they have to change their gloves more, they have to do certain things, they have to sanitize things. Understand, services may be slower than normal sometimes. Understand that. Would you want someone to come into your house and treat you nasty? No. Why would you do it to someone else? Because that's pretty much what you're doing. When you go to a restaurant, you're going into the person's house, technically, and they're treating you as best they can. Sometimes you don't get treated all that well because maybe they're behind them. Maybe they didn't realize what they've done to themselves. They invited too many people over. But you still give them at least the benefit of the doubt and at least give them something. I'm not saying you have to give them a 20% tip. 8 to 10%, fine and dandy. Awesome. Yeah, that's all I have to say on that. I mean, I don't know if anybody agrees with me. I don't know if there's any servers out there, any restaurant people out there, but to let me know, guys. Like, if you guys ever dealt with this kind of stuff where people just are so nasty and there's no reason, they just leave you 0 and they have such a big bill. I mean, it bothers me so much. And then usually when that happens, I figure out a way to get them money, whether it be me doing a paid out from my restaurant or me giving them some money from myself to at least get them something, because they deserve something. They work their butts off. They work hard. Why you would do this to them is beyond my comprehension. But I'm on my way to work, so I will probably talk to you guys all in a little bit.